And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Solid opening play for this offense. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. From the 35, here's the 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. Touchdown, Chicago! Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Santos with the... Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. McCarthy operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
36 yards. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. To throw, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Going for the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Here's Swift. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Palmer going in motion right. And they're going to give it to me. And now a much tougher 3rd down looming. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
He's got it. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go. Here's Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Josh Palmer, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Call it to 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
I'd say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
This is 2nd and 8. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison from 3 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. To the air, Williams. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Here's Williams. Full incomplete.
Well, that play certainly took a long time, and that's why a lot of coaches in training camp, they use a whistle or a horn at about 3 seconds because they want the ball at the hands of the quarterback. They want the play to develop quickly and get the ball downfield. This one had to go over 5 seconds holding on to the football, and then he ends up getting hit, and they have an incompletion.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Next to score, Bears 21, Vikings 10. Tyro Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he'll get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing is Williams. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Bears first down.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw, it's Williams. That's complete to Palmer. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Williams. Flush to his right. He'll get this into the hands of Adunzo. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Buying time to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Williams, a final shot before break. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 68 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the gun, here's Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift. 37 yards. And the Bears have retaken a third quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that, and maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 3. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
This is Swift on the counter. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Got an open man, it's Scott. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Second and 7. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Tyler Scott
from 19 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Rome Odunze,
31 yards.
and the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
42, Vikings 24.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's McCarthy. That's down the field for Jefferson.
This is intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On play action, here's Williams. That's complete right side to Komet.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Cole Komet,
40 yards.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Santos now to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Addison.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison
With his second touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Play action. Now Williams. And again, back to Komet.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
First down there.
To throw, Williams.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there and second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
To the air, Williams. Open man is Palmer. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here's Williams.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been...
Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 52 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
A pass complete to Odunze.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner.
And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Throwing is Williams.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Looking to throw is Williams.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
McCarthy operating from the gun. This one brought in by Jefferson. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, 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 and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, McCarthy. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. Well, this